Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're live in the Southern California desert. It's game one of our doubleheader on the California Winter League YouTube as the Palm Springs Power take on the Canada A's. I'm Evan Schmeiser, joined by Andres Tejeda. Another beautiful day for baseball, Andres.
Absolutely. It's nice, warm, sunny. Sky, no clouds. I mean, a couple wisps, but beautiful blue skies, the beautiful mountain range in the background. Can't get better than this. The grass is green, the dirt is brown, and both teams are wearing red, so we're going to have some fun deciphering these teams out.
Oh, it'll be absolutely wild. Evan Brand's on the mound for the Canada A's, and Jalen Greer, the right-handed batter for the Power, digging in to get us started. The close stance, Brand kicks and deals out of the windup. There was a fastball that missed a little bit upstairs. We're underway.
It's family day today, so I'm expecting a lot of kids, parents coming out today. Should be a fun one.
That's swung and hit back towards the middle. Flagged down by the second baseman, Mike Anthony. He fires over the first base in time. One up, one down for Brandt and the A's. They'll bring up Tavis Brunson. He gets a start in left field for the Power. That said, we'll take a look at the rest of the Power lineup. Burl Dixon will bat next in the third spot. Keith Torres, the third, will play third base in the cleanup spot. Matt Garcia draws the designated hitter start, batting fifth. Taylor Moe bats sixth, playing first. Drew Healy bats seventh, playing second base. The first pitch is swung on and missed by Brunson, 0-1. Christian Paglias will be playing catcher, batting eighth, and Seamus Reese will round out the order, batting ninth. Next pitch is fouled straight back over our heads and into the parking lot.
I'll have to put a tent over your car.
Oh, that's why I park underneath the tree every
Yeah.
time. It's not here. I don't want to walk too far, but that tree offers a good bit of protection.
Yeah. Get your steps in.
Tavis Brunson kicks some dirt around the left-handed batter's box. He settles back in. He's 2 for 6 with a couple triples and 2 RBIs. As he stares down 0-2 pitch, swings and misses at a fastball, veering towards the outer half of the plate. 2 up, 2 down for Brandt. He's looking good through the first couple batters.
You get yourself a 4-3 and a K swinging. Good way to start off the game. Let's see if we can get the 1-2-3 inning here.
And now it's Burl Dixon, starting center fielder for the Power. 4 for 7, a couple doubles to his credit. So when he's had his chances, he's cashed in. Dixon left-handed batter's box, swings the first pitch, high bouncer to the first baseman, Clay Wisner. He flips over to Brandt, covering, and that retires the side in order. 1-2-3, go the Palm Springs Power. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom of the first inning on the California Winter League YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost set for the bottom of the first inning. We'll see the A's take their first at bat against Tristan Cummings for the Power, making his third start of the season. 2.33 ERA over those first 2 outings, going 9 innings, 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk to his credit.
Yeah, but he has a trouble giving up the base hits. He's got 11 in just 2 games. That's at least 1.5 per inning that he's given up.
Yeah, that is a good amount of base runners that he's scattering, but the Power could really use a quality outing from him today, especially after getting shellacked 15-1 yesterday at the hands of the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, the Power need to pick me up here, and hopefully they can try to do that against the A's.
So Anthony Flores will dig into the right-handed batter's box for the A's. We'll take a look at the rest of their lineup. Mike Anthony will bat second. Jacob Newton has been red hot, batting third. Nolan Riley gets spot the cleanup position as Flores takes a fastball in the inside corner to start the day for Cummings. Danny Carnazzo, the all-world catcher out here, bats 5th. Clay Wisner will bat 6th. Maximus LaGrasse will hit 7th. Pierce Jones draws to start as the designated hitter hitting 8th. His next pitch is low and in the dirt, 1-1 the count. Nelson Padilla, the shortstop, rounds out the A's order, batting 9th.
Flores has got the best batting average out here, 385. See what he can do here.
This is an A's lineup that's at 283 as a team. Coming into today, winners of 3 of their last 4 games. Been consistent as that fastball's down and away 2-1. Another picturesque day at Palm Springs Stadium. We're so close to the airport, Andres.
Oh, yeah.
You may know that little flyover we had.
Yeah, a little dual-engine plane coming over the center field wall.
The 2-1 fastball, beg pardon, a breaking ball is taken low and in the dirt, 3-1 the count.
You know, last year there was an air show. We had jets flying over the skyline. It was one of the coolest views ever, just having these, I think it was the Blue Angels just flying over the skyline over there.
That does sound sick. Line in the
Oh!
That ball scored deep down the left field line. It'll hook foul towards the batting cages. Actually lands right on top of the batting cage out there.
Flores does have a home run this year. Came against the Blue Sox. So he's got the power.
He does. Ultimately ends up being a long strike, and that leads to a full count. Leadoff man in the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless ball game. 3-2 pitch. That ball's off the hands. It's fought off up the third base line, and it'll go foul. Touch foul by Keith Torres III over there.
He jumped out of that box.
You could smell that hit.
Yeah.
As Flores takes his time walking back into the batter's box, we'll take a look at the power defense. Keith Torres III, I just mentioned him. He's over at third base. Jalen Greer gets to start at short. Drew Healy over at second base. Taylor Moe is the first baseman. I'll take a look at the outfield. Tavis Brunson, Burl Dixon, Seamus Reese from left over to right field. Christian Pagalitis gets a second straight start behind the plate. And, of course, Tristan Cummings on the mound. He's set once again. Ready to deliver the 3-2 pitch to Flores. That's a fastball, hit foul once again, past the camera well down the left field line.
They have a tennis racket over there. They're going to be swinging at the balls back.
That's a good question. If you get a foul ball with any kind of heat on it, and
Yeah.
you swing out with a tennis racket, that tennis racket's going to break.
Yeah, that ball's going nowhere but right at you.
Do it again. The 3-2 pitch from Cummings. Tries a breaking ball, and that stays inside and actually hits Flores on the leg. He'll take his base to lead off the bottom of the first inning.
What an at-bat by Flores. About 8 or 9 pitches there and works a walk.
The A's will gladly take it as Mike Anthony will dig into the right-handed batter's box with Flores over at first. Leading off with a hit-by pitch. Anthony's 3 for 10, a couple RBIs, still in search of his first extra base hit at the CWL. First pitch is a slide stem, and going after the first pitch is Anthony hits a foul to the right side.
Good idea for the slide step. Flores did show off the speed on that little dribbler down the third base line, so you know he's got the speed to go to second if he wants to.
Flores has stolen a couple bases. Not an aggressive lead. The next pitch is at the knees for a strike. Good breaking ball from Cummings. Oh and 2. With no outs, a man on first in the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless ball game between the Power and the A's. Cummings slide step, deals a fastball. That ball's ripped through the middle for a base hit, over towards the right center field alleyway. Over to get is Dixon. Going to third on the play is Flores. A rocket of a single from Mike Anthony puts men on first and third with nobody out. Well, the A's are in business. It brings up Jacob Newton getting the start in right field. Newton 6 for 20 with a double and 4 RBIs. Big opportunity for the A's. No outs, men on first and third. See if Cummings can work out of this jam. First pitch is a breaking ball, and Newton goes after the first pitch, chops it foul back to the screen. So the count moves to 0-1. Anthony over at first, Flores at third. And it's a breaking ball. It's rocketed in the right field. Coming on and making the catch is Reese. Tagging is Flores. The throw's goes way up the line to third base.
I think he was trying to debate whether to throw to second or home, but kind of found itself all the way in the third baseman's glove.
Well, a sacrifice fly for Jacob Newton. It puts the A's on the board 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And it's a good thing Reese was right there, too, to make the play because that ball was hit on a rope.
Anthony won't advance. Again, that throw a little wild, going all the way to third.
First pitch to Nolan Riley is a breaking ball that loops back over the inside corner, 0-1 the count. Nolan Riley 2 for 10. Another guy still looking for his first extra base hit, as well as his first RBI. The Power will look to turn 2 with 1 out and a man at first. That breaking ball is outside and low, 1-1. 1-0 A's in the bottom of the first inning. Flores got this started with a hit-by pitch after a long at-bat. Anthony singled up the middle. That ball is off the end of the bat, but in the right field, and Reese will have to play it on the hop. The ball gets by him. Anthony's already around third. He's going to score easily as the throw comes in. It's cut off. Goodness, 3 consecutive rockets. Second hit of the inning for the A's. It's now 2-0. Riley was able to advance to second on the error by Reese.
So mark that as an E9 in the outfield. But a run comes across in Anthony.
No RBI will be credited to Riley, but the A's will definitely take it. And that brings up Danny Carnazzo, second in the league with 7 RBI. Swings the first pitch, and it's a bullet right at the second baseman, Healy, who makes the catch. Good base running from Nolan Riley, not getting too far off the bag, able to make it back safely.
I was going to make a note on Carnazzo. He's the second best hitter in this lineup, 346, and he put a lot of zip on that baseball.
A couple loud outs in the bottom of the first. It brings up Clay Wisner. He's 2 for 13. He takes a breaking ball in there for strike 1. The A's are getting all sorts of good swings against Tristan Cummings, who's been excellent over his first couple starts. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball. Gets a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Nolan Riley still looming at second base. The A's have put up a couple hits. They lead 2-0 over the Power. Power team looking to bounce back after losing 15-1 yesterday as that pitch is fouled back into the screen. Tried to elevate a fastball, didn't quite get it high enough. We'll do it again. 0-2, 2 outs. Riley still over at second base. The A's jump out to a 2-0 lead. The kick and the pitch, and it's inside 1-2. Evan Brandt's got to be feeling good for the A's. Already staked to a 2-0 lead. The 1-2. Another breaking ball misses inside.
It's a good idea for the pitch there on the inside breaking ball. But it didn't really break. It kind of just died at the end there. 2's wild, the number 22 at the plate. And they're up by 2.
The 2-2 once again. That ball's popped way up in the air. First base side. It's in foul territory. Mo is over and makes the call and the catch a couple steps away from the fence. That finally retires the side. But not before the Canada A's able to strike first, put a couple runs on the board, aided by a couple big hits, rockets all over the place, and an error from the Power in right field. We'll go to the top of the second inning. A's leading 2-0. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the top of the second inning. Keith Torres III, Matt Garcia, and Taylor Moe, the scheduled hitters. Evan Brandt staked to a 2-0 lead as the first pitch is taken high for ball one. Seemed like everything the A's hit in the bottom of the first inning was just on a rope.
Oh, yeah.
So 1-0 is right down to shoot for a strike, 1-1 the count.
The A's came to hit today.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball. That catches the outside corner, 1-2. Brandt looking for a shutdown inning. This A's leading 2-0 over the Power in the top of the second. One-two pitch, breaking ball. That ball's chopped right in front of the plate, and it'll roll foul to the right. Carnazzo popped up out of his stance, trying to touch that ball fair, but all sorts of spin on it.
Probably for the best he didn't touch it. Would have probably fallen off balance. I've been in that catcher spot before, and you want to make sure you're balanced when you jump up.
Keith Torres III is 3 for 9 with a double, a couple RBIs. Power could desperately use him on base. Try and get a rally going. It's the 1-2 pitch from Brandt. He kicks and deals out of the line. A fastball right down the chute for a called strike 3. Torres must have been looking for something else because that was a pretty good pitch to hit. 1 out nonetheless in the top of the second.
He was waiting on that breaking ball, but he got a fastball up in the zone.
That brings up the catcher, Matt Garcia. He's 3 for 10. Another guy looking for his first extra base hit. He takes a fastball a little outside, ball 1. A good tempo from Brandt early. Got to be feeling good, staked to a 2-0 lead. He delivers a fastball again outside. Working quickly is Brandt. He set with the 2-0. Fastball ball is on the ground.
Oh,
good stop by the third baseman, Riley. A fires across the diamond. And coming off the bag and applying the tag is Clay Wisner. Good play all the way around. Riley picked it on the backhand on the in-between bounce. He knew he had plenty of time with a catcher running, and Wisner wisely came off the bag to apply the tag.
great play, Riley. And you know what? Riley was actually supposed to play first base today. And
yes.
Wisner was supposed to play third. They flipped early. And what a play by Riley. He didn't make the full extension, but he was still halfway through, made the pick. So out there kind of redoing it. He's like, I did that. Yeah, yes, you did.
First pitch is fouled back by Taylor Moe, and that was the second pitch back, just about the same spot towards the parking lot. Count quickly moves to 0-2. 0-2 at 2 outs. That fastball's up and away, 1-2.
Brandt making some quick work of this power lineup. See if we can go 1, 2, 3 again.
Kicks and deals the 1-2. The ball's off the end of the bat. That's going to fall into left field for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Power gives them a 2-out base runner. They try and answer back after the A's put up 2 runs in the bottom of the first. That brings up Drew Healy. He's 2 for 6 with a double, drawing the start at second base today. Digs into the left-handed batter's box. Major open stance. We get a throw over the first. As Healy digs back in, we'll take a quick look at the A's in the field. Nolan Riley, Nelson Padilla, Mike Anthony, Clay Wisner around the horn in the infield from third to first. The first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Maximus Legrasse, Anthony Flores, Jacob Newton are in the outfield left to right field. Danny Carnazzo behind the plate, and Evan Brandt getting the start on the mound with 2 outs, a man at first in the top of the second inning with his A's leading 2-0.
Look out.
That pitch spiked into the ground and ends up hitting Healy right on the front leg.
Better that it hit the ground than him, because I was about to say Brandt's fastball's got some zip to it, so that one would have hurt a lot more if it hit the ankle or something.
And Brandt generally sits in the 90 to 92 mile per hour range, so top out right around 94. So not fun to get hit by a pitch like that, especially in the lower leg. Not much meat there to protect yourself.
Nope. Don't want to fracture that, ankle.
It's the catcher, Christian Pagalides. He bats a 2-on and 2 outs. He takes a fastball inside 1-0. Pagalides, the 8th man in the order. The base hit would be huge for the Power as they trail 2-0. Big leg kick and a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. Another picturesque day at Palm Springs Stadium. 64 degrees at the moment. Very light breeze going from right to left. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball. That goes shattering out to the mound. The ball's picked up by the shortstop Padilla. He fires over the first in plenty of time. Fortunately, the barrel of the bat avoided Brandt on the mound, and that does retire the side. Power able to get a couple men aboard. Not able to push anything across. We go to the bottom of the second inning here at Palm Springs Stadium with the A's leading 2-0. We're back for the bottom of the second inning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Evan Schmeiser, joined by Andres Tejeda. Settling back behind the plate is Christian Pagalides, who's the barrel of his bat ended up right by the pitcher's mound to end the previous frame. We've seen a few broken bats, but that's the first one we've seen shatter quite like that.
And that one splintered from about the handle all the way down to the barrel. Just a nice, clean angle coming off of that.
We'll see the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the A's. Maximus Legrasse, Pierce Jones, and Nelson Padilla. As Legrasse comes up empty on a fastball, 1-1 the count. Looking to get back to work. They're taking a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Tristan Cummings back out for his second inning of work. Looking to avoid some barrels as he's ahead in the count 1-2. Legrasse 2 for 10 with a double in his limited opportunities over the first week and a half. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. Probably started a little too far outside.
Now you can see that he adjusted himself on the mound, moved over just about a half a step on the rubber.
He deals a 2-2, goes to the fastball. It's on the inside corner for a called strike 3. Good start for Cummings. Able to get the first man here in the second inning.
First strikeout of the day, got him looking with the fastball low inside. Pagalitas had a little trouble behind the plate. I guess maybe he had his glove for a line drive, but then had to kind of turn it onto the outside part. But a good pitch there to end it.
Pierce Jones takes a breaking ball at the knees for a strike. We're used to seeing him patrolling that huge center field here at Palm Springs Stadium. This time, the designated hitter. I also do have to consider Pagalitas' hands might still be stinging.
Oh, absolutely, from that broken bat.
That's looped down the right field line. It's going to be in there for a fair ball. Reese over to get it. Jones, he's on his way to second base. The throw in, that's going to... Safe is the call at second base. Wow. The throw beat him by a country mile. Yeah, I guess the bounce is a little too high. Jones had a great slide coming back towards the infield. And I thought he was going to be a dead duck, but he's safe with a double.
Did a little weird slide. He kind of went with his left hand, which is not the way that you want to go. You usually want to extend that right hand when you're coming into second base, but he went with the left hand, rolled his body over on the left side to kind of avoid the tag. What a great move there.
Well, it gives the A's a one-out man on second base, and Jones has a Titanic-sized lead off the second base bag. Taking a breaking ball for a strike is Nelson Padilla.
Second baseman's not covering or even shadowing over yet. One out here.
With the right-handed Padilla, could be a good chance to steal third. Cummings takes one look. He deals a breaking ball on the inside corner, 0-2. Cummings in the power, trying to keep the A's off the board in the bottom of the second inning. They already trail 2-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch out of the stretch. Fastball, that's in the air. Shallow right field. Out to get it is the second baseman Healy. He makes the call and the over-the-shoulder catch. Tagging is Jones, and he makes it in sliding. Great base running from Pierce Jones. Might be one of those plays where I'd rather see the right fielder Reese.
He had the better angle. He much definitely had the better angle. He would have had a little bit more momentum on his throw to third base as opposed to Healy. That's definitely Reese's ball there, and Reese should have called him off.
It gives the A's a man on third base with 2 outs with the speedy Jones. And back to the top of the order we go. It's Anthony Flores. Started us off with a reaching on a hit-by pitch after a long at-bat. Takes a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Good play by Pagalitas. A base hit would give the A's a 3-0 lead. Put a whole lot of pressure on a power team trying to bounce back after a 15-1 loss to the Lumberjacks. 1-0 fastball. That's it hard. Backhanded by the third baseman Torres. Across the diamond in time to retire the side. Nice play over at the hot corner from Torres the third. That retires the side in the second inning. Jones able to get aboard via double. Excellent slide. Some good base running on his part. But we're through 2 full on the California Winter League YouTube with the A's leading 2-0. We're through 2 full at Palm Springs Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Swinging at the first pitch. Ball's up the third base line and in time to get Seamus Reese. Goodness, seeing some early swings from both teams. And one quick out for Evan Brandt getting back to work for the A's.
Riley's got it going on at the hot corner. 2 great plays in back-to-back innings there.
Yeah, it was a nifty play. We've seen excellent third base play, and we're only 2 1/3 in. We're back to the top of the order. It's Jalen Greer, lefty on righty matchup. He takes outside 1-0. Greer grounded out to second to open up the ball game for him. That's high 2-0. The Power could really use some offense. It was a struggle yesterday as Greer comes up empty on a fastball 2-1. They had a man scoring position back in the second, not able to push Taylor Moe across. Here's the 2-1. That's a little low. 3-1.
That's a borderline pitch there.
Here's a 3-1 with 1 out. That's off the end of the bat. It's going to leak foul out of play to the right side. 3-2 the count.
Heard a car honk. Maybe he got hit by the foul ball or something.
Here's a 3-2 pitch with 1 out in the top of the third. That ball's out towards right field, right at Jacob Newton. It backs up a couple steps in order to put it away. 2 quick outs for, ends up being a new pitcher on the mound for the A's. It's Anthony Barron, the lefty. Used to seeing him play first base, trying to eat up a couple innings. Surprised to see Brandt exiting so early. He was excellent through 2. Hopefully he's okay.
He's got two innings pitched, just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and just the 2 strikeouts.
Check swinging and going around is Tavis Brunson on the breaking ball. Well, he records 2 quick outs. See if the Power can take advantage of facing a non-traditional pitcher. That was a good-looking breaking ball, though. But this is high 1-1. He has a good tempo out there. And a good swing from Brunson's out to right field, charging his Newton into the alleyway, and he makes the call and the catch to retire the side in order. Well, whether it's Brandt or Anthony Barron, it's a 1-2-3 top of the third inning. The A's still in front 2-0 on the California Winter League YouTube. We're set for the bottom of the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Evan Schmeiser, joined by Andres Tejeda. Mike Anthony, Jacob Newton, Nolan Riley, the scheduled hitters for the A's. As they try to add on to their 2-0 lead over the Palm Springs Power. The first pitch is low and in the dirt, 1-0. Anthony singled his only at bat in the first inning. He came around to score 1 of those 2 runs. A rocket back up the middle. Takes a breaking ball, a little outside, 2-0. Did not get the call from Josh Garcia behind the plate. Steve Bartelstein will be the field umpire for today. A fastball. That ball's on a couple hops to the shortstop Greer. Fires across the diamond in time for a quick first out.
That down in your scorebook is a 6-3 putout. And back to some quick work here.
And an important out for Cummings, especially as he gets into the meat of the A's order, who hit him around a bit in the first inning. Now it'll be Jacob Newton. Sacrifice fly to right field, his only appearance, on a bullet to the right fielder Reese. He swings the first pitch. That ball's in the air to left field. Brunson backs up a few steps, and he puts it away. Well, two very, very quick outs for Tristan Cummings. He's got to feel good about that.
Yeah, he's going to look for his first 1-2-3 inning. Almost had it in the last inning, but gave up the double, hustled double by Jones in the DH spot.
And now it's Nolan Riley, who singled in his only at bat in that 2-run first inning, takes a breaking ball low.
Glad he took the first pitch. First two batters did not.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of aggression from both teams early. 1-0 from Cummings, and that's right down the chute for a strike, 1-1. Working quickly is Cummings. He's set with the 1-1. Out of the windup, breaking ball, that's way outside, 2-1. Looks like we have action once again in the A's bullpen. It's Jerry Davis getting up.
Woo!
Riley comes up empty on a breaking ball. Cummings had him fooled. So it looks like this might be one of those days for the Canada A's. Not as many guys available.
Yeah.
And just stringing it together.
I think that pitch was fouled off. Josh Garcia behind the plate said he tipped it.
And that's in the air to right field. Seamus Reese over a couple steps to his right. He puts it away for a 1-2-3 bottom of the third. Good inning from Tristan Cummings dealing with the meat of the A's order. We're through 3 full at Palm Springs Stadium with the Canada A's in front 2-0 over the Power.
Welcome back to the California Winter League YouTube. It'll be Jerry Davis on the mound for the Canada A's. And he'll take on Burl Dixon. Burl currently an even 500 from his last at-bat. He grounded out to first base. See what he does here after the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. A set and throw. Swing and a miss. As Dixon ends up in the other batter's box after the swing.
I am curious to see from the power how they're able to handle seeing so many different arms
Yeah.
on a given day. Like usually be able to get an idea from one at bat to the next.
This ball hit it hard on the ground to the second baseman. He corrals it, throws it over to first for out number 1. Be Torres the third here. Came into the game with a .333 average. Kind of fitting for him, huh?
Oh, how about that? Threes are wild, at least for this at bat.
And he's playing third base. Struck out looking his first time. First pitch inside, nearly hits him on the arm for ball 1.
So I guess the optimal thing here for the numbers would be if he walks.
Yeah. Look out. That ball way over his head. He had to bring the bat down. Seen plenty of times when a guy ducks, but the bat doesn't come down, and it's technically a hit and play, and you got to hustle down the line.
I have seen a few of those where it hits off the bat and kind of trickles down the third base line.
Yeah. Not the case here, as it's 2-0. Jerry Davis fires in and gets the corner for strike 1.
You know, Jerry Davis, for all I'm concerned, he could be in line for the Cy Young. This is his 7th game that he's pitched in.
Yeah. He's got 15 strikeouts. This one off the end of the bat, right back to him. He has a little bit of trouble, picks it up with the left hand, fires it over, way over the head of everyone. And there goes Torres to second on the errant throw. It'll be an E1 there.
I am curious to see if that'll go down as a double error or not. We'll get word from our scorer in just a moment.
I don't think it would because he did keep it in front of him. It was the throw that went wild.
Well, he did give us word that it's only going to be 1 error, but either way, it was not a comfortable-looking play for Davis.
At all.
Sure, the bounces can be a little tricky, especially as it hits the dirt, but even as I don't know if he got a good grip on that ball or not. Just never looked comfortable even trying to deliver that ball to first base.
Yeah, especially when you got a unleveled mound to work on. I mean, that ball's going to take a weird hop on you. Either way, Torres at second. The first pitch in to Garcia is called strike 1. As the A's lead 2-0. Score 2 runs early on in the first inning. The 0-1 from Davis. Swung on off the end of the bat. Nearly, you had to flinch there, Evan. Just got a piece of the net behind the behind home plate there.
Yeah, I was getting ready for it. I think it was above the netting, but it hit kind of that pole right around there. I think
a little bit of that wiring.
I think
there.
Joey in the PA announcer's booth would have been more likely to try and catch it.
The 0-2 from Davis. Off the end of the bat, little floater. Picked up by the second baseman, fired over to first, is in time. Not sure if he wanted to tag second, but he definitely could have for the double play, but it'll go down as a 4-3 putout.
And that was almost a major base running mistake from Torres the third over at second. I understand he had to freeze on that humpback line. I'm not sure if it was going to be caught or not, but then with Mike Anthony picking up right by the second base bag, he had the chance to try and tag him.
Yeah, honestly, he just had to tag the base. He wasn't there yet, and just the path to the ball could have gotten him on that base to turn a really cool-looking double play. But it'll be Mo now. He had a single check swing, and it did go, says the home plate umpire Josh Garcia, so that's strike 1.
That curveball was filthy from Davis. I'm amazed just the amount he's pitched, or the amount of days he's pitched especially, how sharp that break still is.
Yeah, as you said, this is his 7th game. He's pitched a little over 8 innings coming into the game today. This one's in the dirt, ball 1. Again, 15 strikeouts.
Might just have to be a thing where just pencil Davis in already. He's going to come out of the bullpen at some point during the ball game.
Yeah, you get a little stamper and just put him on the lineup card there. Runner at second, 2 outs, the 1-1. Outside, and it'll be called a strike. A 1-2 count now against Mo.
Mo did not seem too happy about that strike call.
I was a little surprised by that call. Carnazzo sets up on the outside. The 1-2 Inside pitch low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. As Davis looking to try to get out of it here. Davis sets. Doesn't even look to second now. Fires home. Inside pitch. Punches him out. Low inside corner for strike 3 called looking on Mo. So after the error and the runner going to second, nothing doing for the Power as they still go scoreless here in the top of the 4th. Canada A is coming up next here on the California Winter League YouTube. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Andres Tejeda and Evan Schmeiser here with you in the booth at beautiful, luxurious, and historic Palm Springs Stadium. We were talking a little bit during the break earlier about the word of the day, wheel. Have you figured out a sentence to use it in?
Well, the way you described it, it's not the typical wheel that you'd see on a car.
No, it's WEAL.
Never even heard of that word.
And it's according to Webster, first pitch, check swing, he did go around. That's Carnazzo at the plate. Cummings still on the mound, but wheel is a old-fashioned word that refers to a state of being happy, healthy, and successful. So definitely could find a word for that, use for the word here. As strike 2 hits the low inside corner.
I like to use the term wheeling and dealing. I think that's a good way to describe all the pitchers we've seen for the most part.
That's a different type of wheel. The 0-2. Low, just barely at the knees. Ball 1. A good take by Carnazzo. A risky take there. I might have rung him up if I was behind the plate. The 1-2. That one in the dirt, picked out behind the plate by Pagalitis. 2-2.
And I'll say this, Andres. My younger brother grew up playing catcher, and with the catcher Carnazzo at the plate, when you protect the umpire and if he likes you a little bit, you get the benefit of the doubt sometimes.
This one hit off the bottom end of the bat, down to the shortstop in Greer. The throw over is in time for out number 1.
This is a good sign from Cummings. Retired the previous 5 batters in order, and especially 4 guys in a row going through the teeth of this A's lineup.
Yeah. The Wisner now, he popped out in foul territory to the first baseman. That was Mo. First pitch missing outside, ball 1.
But now wheel. It's a tough one to use in this sentence.
The winning team will have a lot of public wheel because they're the commonwealth of the team. And so wheel is used in a larger group. You can't necessarily say it for a singular use. This one misses up high, 2-1.
Could it be like the winning team today will have a wheel of a time afterwards?
Okay, I thought you were going to say they were going to be wheelie happy or something. The 2-1. This one hit off the inside part of the bat, floating and finding some grass for a single as Wisner gets on base and keeps the line moving for the A's.
Yeah, if I'm Wisner, I'd be really happy to get a hit too.
Yeah. LaGrasse coming up. He struck out looking. Coming into the day with just a 100 batting average. The first pitch to LaGrasse off the bottom part of the bat and foul for strike one.
I got to give Tristan Cummings a lot of credit at the moment. The Power need a good start today.
Yeah.
And outside that first inning where he just left a few too many pitches in the middle of the plate, he's been really, really effective.
This one again fouled off. Strike two. As I said, really good day today. Warm, sunny. Palm trees even look a little happy to be out today. The 0-2. Got him looking. Strike three in back-to-back at-bats. And you can't be happy. You want to have a little bit of an aggression or at least an attempt there on a pitch that close.
That may be another one of those situations where LaGrasse is looking for a breaking ball, and he gets the fastball.
This one hit up the middle on the first pitch. Second baseman Reese gets it, fires it over to first instead, but will not make the play as Mo stretches. I think Healy should have just gone to second for the force out.
That's a tough play for a middle infielder. The ball was not hit particularly hard by Pierce Jones, and you got to give Wisner credit. He was hustling the entire way up to second. I don't think the shortstop Greer was over the cover in time, and then just too much speed from Jones to take advantage of that double clutch.
So the line keeps moving for the A's. As Cummings now in some trouble. This one hit off on the first pitch. The shortstop threw the legs into left field. A run will come around in the form of Wisner. Throw to third. He'll be safe. Moving to second base is Palgalita. And a run will score, giving the A's a 3-0 lead.
That's a disaster of a situation if you're the Palm Springs Power. Two batters in a row for Cummings. He gets weakly hit ground balls. The first one kind of ends up in no man's land in the middle of the infield. You get the infield hit, and then tailor-made ground ball just didn't get the glove down, went right through the 5-hole.
So we'll mark that as an E6. So he will advance to second on the throw to third. The line keeps moving. Wisner scores. Next pitch, high in the zone on the breaking ball for strike one. Both batters, in Jones and Padilla, swinging at the first pitch. This one hit into the gap after past a diving shortstop, and Greer. One run will score. Here's the throw to the plate. Will not be in time, and 2 runs will score. A 2 RBI single for Flores as the A's now take a 5-0 lead.
And it's a good piece of hitting right there from Flores. Ball wasn't hit terribly hard, but he ends up finding the hole, and give the A's a lot of credit, taking advantage of the mistakes from the Palm Springs Power. Defense also becoming much more of a factor for the Power in recent games. They opened the season one of the better defensive teams this season. They made 3 errors yesterday against the Lumberjacks, and I know it's only 1 error on the board, but defense has definitely hurt them today.
It'll be Anthony. He had a base hit in the first inning. 1 for 2 today. It's the leadoff hitter in the third inning. Grounded out to the shortstop. The 1-0 off the end of the bat, right back to the pitcher and Cummings, and he'll flip it over to end the inning. As the Canada A's add 3 more runs to their score and take a 5-0 lead. We go to the top of the 5th here at Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Andres Tejeda and Evan Schmeiser here. Top of the fifth as the Power now down by 5. Jerry Davis back on the mound for a second inning of work. First pitch swung on. Little bounce off the lip to the shortstop, and Padilla throw over to first to Wisner in time for out number 1. A lot of first pitch swinging today.
We are. I was just getting ready to say that, Andres.
You can say it. It's okay. Great minds think alike. It'll be Pagliolitis, the catcher, looking for his first hit still in the California Winter League. First pitch swinging, missing for strike 1. He had that shattered bat. Went 6-3. He's now got a new, maybe an ash bat, maybe. Next pitch swung on, down to the shortstop again, hits off the lip. Padilla back to first, and he's out for out number 2. Quick work here for Jerry Davis. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
I am always very curious to see what the conversations are like when a hitter has to go get another bat.
Yeah, let me borrow that one. I will say I know the California Winter League does supply a lot of wooden bats for these guys, so that's good. Reese also looking for his first hit. This one on the first pitch again, down to third base. Riley picks it up, fires over to first for a 1-2-3 inning. Just under 5 pitches here, and Jerry Davis will go right back to the dugout. A 1-2-3 inning. It'll be the Canada A's up next, trying to add on to their 5-0 lead here on the California Winter League YouTube. Welcome back to the California Winter League. It'll be Jacob Newton to lead off the inning. Had the sac fly RBI to right field and then flew out to left field. So he's 0 for 1, and now he's 1 for 2 with a single hit right in between the gap between the second baseman and first baseman on the first pitch he sees. As the A's are back in action at the plate.
Well, look, Jacob Newton, it's what he likes to do. If he gets a fastball or anything towards the middle of the plate, he loves to swing early. We've seen plenty of that today. His second rock of the game, now this one turns into a base hit for him.
Riley flew out to right field last time, had a single, and then advanced to second on an error in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is a ball. Cummings looks over to first, now sets. Newton with a little lead. Fires home. This one hit off into the third baseman Torres. He goes to second for 1, to first for 2. Double play around the horn. 5, 4, 3, double play.
And that was a badly needed double play for Tristan Cummings and the Power, especially the way the defense let him down just an inning ago, part of that 3-run fourth. It was a good turn and a crisp one at that.
Pitcher's best friend right there. So it'll be Carnazzo lined out to the second baseman and then found himself in a 6-3 out, put out in the fourth. Will be the first 1-2-3 inning that Cummings has had since the third inning. If he can find a way to get Carnazzo out. Second pitch, strike one. You found a use for that word wheel yet?
That's a good question.
Pitch outside, good frame behind the plate by Pagdalitis, but just outside, 2-1.
I'm sure you'll be on my case about two until I do figure out a sentence. Yeah, I got some thinking to do, my
Are
friend.
you on game two?
I am on game two.
All right, then you got one more chance. This one popped up into left center field. Center fielder going after it and making the catch is Dixon. A long run as he finds himself in the warning track for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Cummings after the single, but the double play helps him out as they blank the A's as they lead 5-0.
We're sailing along here on the California Winter League YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the top of the 6th inning with the A's in front 5-0. We have another new pitcher for the Canada A's, Levi Wilson. Well, similar to Jerry Davis, another workhorse out of the bullpen. This will be the 7th game he's pitched in. He's picked up a couple saves, 7 2/3 innings overall. And his first pitch is low and outside to the top of the order, Jalen Greer.
Jerry Davis will finish with just 2 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, and zeros across the board for the rest of his outing.
He works exclusively out of the stretch, and that was chopped at home plate off the leg of Greer. Keep an eye on the walks, though, in the command from Wilson. He has walked 6 over those 7 2/3 to go along with 6 strikeouts and scattering 5 hits.
He's walked 2. Last game he walked a batter was against the Bombers on February 1st. He walked 2.
A 1-1 fastball misses outside and low, 2-1 the count.
But he did earn the save on February 3rd against the Chill in a 3-2 win.
Well, he is on, likely to try and eat a couple innings with his A's leading 5-0. 2-1 fastball, that's in there for a called strike 2.
I'm thinking depending on how Levi works this inning, they might just ask him to close the door here.
And the Power just 1 hit at the moment through 5. Well, make that 2. That ball's ripped through the middle for a base hit.
Get hit by Greer right up the middle.
Yeah, that's one of the better swings we've seen from the Power over the past couple of days. Scorched. That's a good word for that one. That brings up Tavis Brunson. He'll bat with his Power trailing 5-0 down to their final 6 outs. The A's will set up to turn 2. They are going to have Wisner hold Greer at first. So a big hole on the right side for the lefty. The first pitch is high, 1-0.
That bat, or the ball coming off the Greer's bat on that single, 92 miles an hour up the middle.
Yeah, it was hit on a rope.
Shout out to Cordell for the Flight Scope stats. It's down there in the sun all day, every day.
Oh, yes, it's much appreciated. 1-0 fastball, misses inside, 2-0.
It's a good pitch there, too. I'm sure he sees things that we can't with that fancy technology of Flight Scope.
Oh, goodness, yes. Well, it picks up all sorts of things like spin rate and exit velocity, of course, pitch speeds. There's launch angles.
The flight of the ball, the
Yep.
distance it goes.
Here's the 2-0. It's a fastball. That ball's fouled off to the right. Good play by one of our trainers, Austin. It's a ball caromed off of the Power dugout.
And last year, the Frontier League partnered with Yakkertech, and they were able to do a whole bunch of cool stuff with it. And they're looking to continue their partnership together. And with the California Winter League A.
A 2-1 fastball. That's back towards the middle. Glove by the shortstop Padilla. The second for 1. Over the first. Not in time. The ball goes way over the head of Wisner off of the Power dugout. Fortunate that it stayed in play.
That's a dangerous little throw over there. Anthony needed to make sure he got a good toss over, but just couldn't.
Yeah, the ball wasn't hit all that sharply off the bat of Brunson. Maybe towards the end of the bat. That's one where Anthony might want to just put in his pocket next time. That was about 2 feet over the head of Wisner and maybe another foot to his left.
Yeah. Mark that down as an error, E4.
Check on the runner, not in time at first. Wisner has to go lunging to his right to corral that ball. And 1 out, a man on first for Burl Dixon in the top of the 6th inning with the Power trailing the A's 5-0.
Same with that Yakkertech technology. Just a lot of cool stuff you can do. They were implementing all of it all over the league.
That's a mile high out to right. Newton over just a couple steps to his left, and he puts it away for the 2nd out.
It's a major league pop-up.
Yeah, that might be a swing where Dixon was trying to make it 5-2.
Yeah. The wind's blowing out. Might have had a shot.
Oh, there's a lot of room down the lines at Palm Springs Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
350 feet. Easily the deepest corners I've ever seen on a ball field.
And your standard 400 to center, too. So it's a big outfield.
Torres the third takes a fastball for a strike. He bats with Brunson at first base.
You
Power.
big math guy, Evan? Figure out the surface area out there of the outfield?
Oh, I was good at math until I got to pre-calculus, and then it looked like a foreign language.
And once the letters started coming in, it got a little confusing.
Algebra went okay for me, and then geometry sailed along.
Yeah, I had fun in geometry and a little bit of trig, but once you start bringing those fancy symbols in, I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Torres the third faces an 0-2 count from Levi Wilson with 2 outs, a man on first, and a check on the runner once again.
That's why I like baseball. It's all numbers. Whole numbers, too.
Oh, yes. This is much simpler math. Unfortunately, they usually have analytics guys, which we have those down here. They can do some of that more brainy technology. And this is up and in 1 and 2.
If you want to find something out, that's when you get into those.
That's a real good feeling.
Yeah.
I did it. I used it in a sentence.
Not properly, but you did use it.
No. I said it's the right way, so it is. Wilson comes set. He deals the 1-2 out of the stretch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. Torres goes down looking. That retires the side in the 6th inning. No runs, a hit, and a man left for the Palm Springs Power. We're through 5.5 with the A's leading 5-0. Welcome back. We're set for the bottom of the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen. A's looking to add on to their 5-0 lead. Tristan Cummings gets back to work. Swinging at the first pitch is Wisner. That ball's in the left field for a base hit past the outstretched glove of Nolan Riley.
Nolan Riley making a great attempt there. He's been on fire all day defensively, just couldn't get to that one in time. But I love the effort.
Maximus LaGrasse will dig in with a man on first and nobody out.
It's a fun name.
I know, right?
I wonder when he grows up if he wants to have a big lawn. The Maximus LaGrasse.
Fouls that first pitch right off his foot. He'll take a little walk around home plate. LaGrasse is 0 for 2 with a couple punch-outs looking. He's looking to get on track for the A's. Otherwise, their offense has been about as advertised. Consistent, and they keep coming after you. 8 hits along with the 5 runs as they lead the Power 5-0 with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th.
Think he's got yard signs that say keep off the grass?
I do not have one of those. We're a very pro-dog household at the Schmeiser house. So that ball's popped up in the air. Foul territory. Wisner over, and he slides against the fence. The ball lands just out of play. Good effort from Wisner, and wise decision to slide. No outs, a man on first. The next pitch is down and away. 1-2 the count. That ball's over towards the left side. Good play by Torres the third. Over the second for 1.
Woo!
To first. A nifty 5-4-3 double play.
They did it again. Nice little shovel pass over from Torres, too. He was losing his balance and just whipped it over to Healy. Healy got it over to Mo, and Mo with the stretch. Good play around the horn.
Yeah, we've seen a couple really crisp-looking double plays.
I put that on the highlight reel. Do we have the SportsCenter Top 10 sound? Didn't it?
That ball's hit high in the air, fairly deep to left field. Brunson's over, though. He makes the catch a few steps off the line. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 6th. Still sailing along at Palm Springs Stadium with the A's leading 5-0 over the Power. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, it's the last chance for the Powers. They trail the A's 5-0 in the top of the 7th. 5, 6, 7, the scheduled hitters, Matt Garcia, Taylor Moe, and Drew Healy. Staring down Levi Wilson, who's back out for his 2nd inning of work out of the pen. The first pitch is inside 1-0.
It's been a fast game, 11:20. This game started promptly at 10 o'clock, just under an hour and a half.
At the moment, it would likely be the quickest game we've seen at the stadium. Still 3 outs to work with as the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Well, no, it was a fastball. It's off the end of the bat, out of play, foul to the right side. We do have a final over at the turf field. The Grizzlies were able to take down the Rush by a score of 12-4.
Grizzlies been doing pretty well in that number 1 spot, too.
I'll say as that pitch is fouled back to the screen 1-2. Yeah, it's looking like the A's, the Lumberjacks, and the Grizzlies, they're looking like they're starting to emerge as the teams to beat, at least the way I see it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The ball's off the end of the bat, and that'll be caught by the shortstop, Padilla. Just a few steps into the outfield grass.
Put that down in your book as a P6. The two green teams, 5-2, Grizzly and Jacks, definitely taking the lead by storm. But the A's right behind. If they win tonight, that'll be a 6-3 record. Grizzlies currently now 6-2.
A's looking to win their 4th game in 5 tries as Taylor Moe takes a fastball high. The Power down to their final 2 outs. Power trying to avoid falling to 3-4 on the season. Well, no, fastball is fouled straight back. And it's looking like it'll be a 12:30 start for the second game of our matinee at Palm Springs Stadium with the Lumberjacks taking on the British Columbia Bombers.
And we're talking about the Grizzly. The Grizzly have some great players. 2 guys, or was it 2 or 3, that have been signed to Frontier League contracts. All 3. You got Travius Ford and Vincent Bird Jr. being signed by the Lake Erie Crushers. And funny enough, head coach of the Grizzlies is the head coach of the Crushers. That's Jared Lemieux, so he'll be taking 2 guys with him.
You know exactly what he wanted. As Moe takes a breaking ball in the outside corner, he goes down looking. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. The Power down to their final out. It'll be the lefty Drew Healy. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, grounded out to short in the 5th. Yeah, Jared Lemieux, he clearly knew what he wanted.
Yeah, he knows what he wants. He knows what he needs, and I've been pretty fortunate to have the opportunity to room with him and talk to him. And we talk baseball, and he talks about what he wants, what he needs, and he was real happy to get these guys on board.
That fastball misses up and in. It spins Healy off the plate, ball one. It's definitely a cool thing to pick the minds of people who are in the game already.
And then not to forget, leave out Scott Combs signs with the Gateway Grizzly.
Not to get confused with the Grizzly out here, ladies and gentlemen. Completely different thing.
That's a shot.
That ball's hit high in the air to the right center field alleyway. Newton, the right fielder, is over. He makes the call and the catch to retire the side in order. That's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Canada A's defeat the Palm Springs Power by a score of 5-0. The A's looking as strong as ever, winning their 4th game in 5 tries, moving to 6-3 on the season. The Power falling to 3-4. Back-to-back difficult, frustrating losses for the Power. They'll have some answers they try and search for. And that'll do it for us for now on the California Winter League YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Schmeiser, joined by Andres Tejeda. And come back and see us again, 12:30, as the Lumberjacks take on the Bombers, right back here on the California Winter League YouTube.
Who do you want me to talk to?